There are certain Mandela effects that resonate with each of us. This week, I wanted to take a minute to share one of my own personal stories. Many of you know that Billy Graham passed this week at the age of 99. When I discovered this effect, it was towards the start of my awakening to the reality of this phenomenon, and it left me feeling like a crazy person through and through. Because I remember Billy dying in the 90s, and I don't think I remember, I know I remember. Most people who have come across this effect and don't see anything having changed most often believe that we're misremembering the death of Billy Graham's wife in 2007. I can guarantee that this is not what I'm remembering. My religious mother was a huge Billy Graham fan growing up. When I was in middle school between 1990 to 1993, Billy Graham came to Portland. Due to his popularity at the time, the gathering was absolutely immense. Held in Portland at PGE Park, thousands of people waited for Mr. Graham to share his inspiring words. It was always strange to me that my mother was so interested in Billy Graham. She was a Roman Catholic to the core and hated television evangelists, but for some odd reason she had a soft spot for Graham. When I was in high school between 1993 to 1996, I clearly remember Billy Graham passing. I remember coming home from school and my mother devastated by his passing. It must have been 94 or 95, as I know I'd already been in high school for a year after seeing Graham in person. I watched the funeral procession on television with my family. Billy Graham's funeral was a spectacle. His funeral procession ran up and down the streets, a blue and white cloth draped over his casket. Many government officials attended, and we watched the line of cars move quietly down the road as people gathered on the sidewalk to pay their respects as the funeral moved past. I remember the crying and reserved face of Billy Graham's wife. This is a real memory, and it cannot be mistaken for his wife's funeral. When his wife died, my mother was in her final stages of terminal cancer. She was fighting for her own life, and I can guarantee that we did not all sit together in 2007 watching Graham's wife's funeral procession. At the time, my mother was barely watching anything. This Lazarus effect rattled my world and put the notion in my head that at any moment my mom might return to me as well. There are so many Mandela effects that we question daily, but all of us folks who see understand that we all have one effect that we are absolutely certain of. And once we experience them, there's no turning back. So here's to Billy Graham's new passing, and to all of those souls out there that remember it as the second time we've said goodbye to this iconic religious figure. I know I'm not the only one who sees it, and I know that I'm not alone. Don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, Ghosty Boys. The link is in the description. We're an episodic series that features a team of mom and kid ghost hunters. Follow us to the most haunted locations in Portland, Oregon as we explore the world of the paranormal. We are the Ghosty Boys. So I'll see you next time, and remember, you are not alone.